Labor Day weekend 2016 loot haul from two different flea markets actually. And here we go. We have a lot of bayonets, ammo. Biggest thing I found was a Victor VIII, Victor Victrola VIII. That's a 1915 model right there. Nice oak, good machine. Was playing when I found it too. Lots of bayonets this weekend. We have two 1874 Gros bayonets. These are French, of course, the 1874 Gros rifle, both dated 1879. This one, for some reason, has gold paint on it. Now, I haven't yet figured out why, but this is the second one of these I have found in different locations that had gold paint on the blade. Not sure why, but we're going to look into that. And then we have this oddity here, which resembles a Soviet bayonet, 9130, but it's a bear. Well, it's not quite a bare casting, as you can see, but it's definitely unfinished and it's not cut to go around the sight. It's drilled, but not cut. Not sure why. Just an oddball. Picked it up because it was. This was the weekend for Enfield 10-stake bayonets there, as you see. The old spike bayonets. I actually bought those for the same price I paid for them back in the 1980s. Big haul of 12-gauge trap shells. Those just for banging away with, nothing specific. But they were really cheap, so I figured, what the hell. There must be a couple hundred of them, 300-400 of them there. We have three very nice Italian-made powder flasks for pistols. Colt, you know, Remington. These are brand new in the box. And he just about gave them away. This is the Walker flask. This is a really nice one. You don't see too many of these floating around for nickels and dimes. And this one. Oh, nice brass, well made. I use these in the pistols, and I have some. Figure, what's the heck, I have a few more, you know. Now, we have East German canteen. Just picked it up because it was there. Light weapons oil, or general purpose lubricating oil, if you want to call it that. Excellent for phonographs, guns, and anything else that needs a couple drops of oil. Squeaky hinges, full quart, 1970 production. I buy that whenever I can find it. Another bag of bullets. These ones are .495s. Little S&K quarter-inch drive ratchet, because I have a habit of losing those. Craftsman screwdriver, because you don't go wrong buying used Craftsman tools, at least as long as Sears is still open, which I understand may not be too much longer, but you can get that turned in. Tip's a little worn on that, so I probably will have it turned in. Get a brand new one. And for $1, what the heck, you can't go wrong with that. What we have here is a Krog bayonet. You can see it's missing the catch, but that's okay, because I have a badly damaged Krog bayonet that has a good catch in it. 1898. Let's see if we can get a look at the date on that. Doesn't want to focus in on it, but take my word, it's 1898. US, nice scabbard too. Those are almost as hard to find as the bayonets in good condition. Hugo Mauser bayonet. Nothing special about that, but it's a clean one. A little crust here and there on the scabbard, but that's alright. The blade is really nice in there. See if I can get that open one-handed. If I try to put the camera down, it's going to jerk and rattle around all over the place. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, you can have a good look at a nice blade on there. And of course, it's not a flea market Sunday without finding memorial flags, which always seem to end up at flea markets, draped over tables and stuffed into boxes. And here we have actually two of them with just an extra little flag on top. Those were at the flea market too. It's really nice when people appreciate their deceased veterans so much that they use their memorial flags as furniture decoration. Yeah, that's always nice. Little Model T there because I happen to own a Model T, so I always pick those up when it's the same year as my car, which in this case is 25. There we go, got a scraper. I have a tall 50 caliber can, but that's already put into use holding tools. Anyway, you've seen one 50 caliber can, you've seen every 50 caliber can. And we have some patches. Always good to have. I bought that actually because I had a nice cleaning brush in it, and I could always use that for 75 cents. What the heck? And this is some kind of an oddball screwdriver for guns, supposedly. We'll look into that later. And we have some nice USA-made gunsmithing punches. I do not like to use cheap crap punches. These are nice, so that's going into My permanent collection there. I wonder if that company's even still in business. And of course, a fire plug wrench. Chicago Specialty Manufacturing. Those are always nice, and I can generally flip those on eBay for a pretty good price. Lots and lots of paper shot shells in there too. Got to clean these bayonets up. Back in the 80s, I used to buy these things really cheap, and I didn't think that would happen again, but for some reason this guy had acquired a whole box full of them, and he just wanted to get rid of them. So heck with it, he gave me a really nice price without my even having to start bargaining with him for it, which is always nice. And I know I'll never lose on those, so I'll buy them up. Got some Mark IIs in there, and some other ones I got to clean them up, check the markings. And of course these Gross bayonets. I've been coming across a lot of these lately. Not sure why, and all selling surprisingly undervalued. That one's going to need some cleaning up, but that's alright, it's only light rust. That'll clean right up. But definitely that Victrola was a prize. That was a really clean machine, and sometimes they're a little hard to find at the flea markets, especially the older ones like this. I'll service that and have it playing tip-top in no time. Very easy machines to work with. No guns at all, no surprise there. Didn't expect to see any. I did see a couple of toy guns, but I don't collect toys. So that was that, well, except for little Model T models. And that was that. Other than that, it was a bayonet flea market, at least as far as military surplus items went. And a phonograph flea market, and a flag flea market. And I guess a flask flea market too. Now all of my pistols have their own flask. Alright, that's the report for this Sunday's flea market. Oh, except that the weather was exceptionally nice. It wasn't too hot, it wasn't too humid. After the summer we've had, that was a big relief. So I was able to actually carry that 42-pound item entirely across a flea market without having a heart attack. So that's always a good thing. Alright then, have a great Labor Day weekend.